study this for your exam. Okay, now here we are going to explain how to configure VPN between router 1 and router 3. Okay. Just share my router 1. Okay. So here on router 1, first of all, I enabled the security command, okay, the security module. And then we copy it from the running to the startup, and then I reload my router. Okay, we are all agree on this. Then I will decide what is my interesting traffic, which traffic will pass from router 1 to router 3. Because not everything will go in the tunnel. Okay. How do I do that? By using the access list command. Okay. By using access list. This is the benefit of using the access list here. The access list command is access list 110 permit. It's permitting the traffic from 192.168.1.0, which is my router 1 traffic subnet, my router 1 LAN, to my router 3 LAN. Okay. 192.168.3.0.0. If you go in the drawing or in the diagram, you will see that these are your networks. This is the network, the subnet LAN, or the LAN on router 3 and the LAN on router 1. So now let us continue. Now we started configuring the ISA KMP policy. And we are done with step number 1, 2, and step 3 also. It is here. We are done with it. Okay. You can use the tab. It's handy with router configuration. Now we need to configure ISA KMP phase 2 properties also on router 1. So here we are done. Oops, we missed one. There's one error here. Let's see one more time. Crypto key Cisco address 10.2.2. There's one error here. Get extra space maybe. Crypto key. And then Cisco. Oh yeah. Crypto okay. Crypto ISA KMP. Okay, and then key Cisco. You see, sometimes these commands. That's why you need to go to the table on the top and see all the parameters that you have to set up. Crypto ISA KMP key Cisco address 10.2.2.2. Okay, let me see here. Let me just use the tab and I'll see crypto ISA KMP, and then key Cisco .2.2.2. All right. What's going on here? Yeah. ISA KMP. Okay, key Cisco address 10 10.2.2.2. All right. Oh, finally, this is it. It's a pre-shared. All right. Just one time, it will do it instantly. Okay.
So what does it do?
This establish the key, the crypto key, and for the second router, and for the third router, from router 1 to router 3, because you want to share the crypto keys. Yeah, they both have to share the key. You know, in cryptography, you had public key and shared key, private key. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Now we'll do phase 2 of the Isaac KMP commands. So we'll do crypto and then IPsec. Now we'll start configuring our IPsec transform set, VPN dash set, ESP, enable this. How did we know these parameters? They are given to us in the table up. They will tell you what parameters to use. Okay, even in the exercise, in the exam, in the practical. Okay. Yeah, they will tell you all the keys, of course. If you go up, it's mentioned there. Okay. And then ESP, SHA, SHA, dash HMAC. Okay. Now we'll do mapping, crypto, map, VPN dash map. Okay. Number 10, IPsec dash ISA KMP. Yes. You see, it's still disabled because we need to set it up on router 3 also. I know these commands, I don't know, you have used some of these commands in your cryptography or you did not do any lab here. Don't worry, you will not forget the commands because you need to configure whatever mentioned in the table. Also, the commands, really, I know it's hard to memorize them, so the commands are given. We give you a command sheet. All right, so all you need to just to practice. All right. We give it a description. You know, description will not affect the performance. And we will say that this is my VPN tunnel connection or tunnel to router 3. And my peer is set peer. I have to set the peer 10.2.2.2. If I don't do that, sometimes they give you a scenario or simulation or illustration, and the set peer is not there, and they will tell you why it's not working. Then you mention that the peer is not there or it is wrong. The IP address is wrong. Okay, now we set transform set transform. Okay, set to VPN set, VPN dash set.
The IP address for router 2 is 10.2.2.2.
Yes. Okay, set transform dash set, VPN dash set, and then match address, match address 110, our access list. So everything that matches our access list 110 will pass through this tunnel. Okay. You see now, we had an error with the transform set. We will see after I finish doing the third part. There's some error here. Wait, VPN dash set. It says that tag VPN dash set does not exist. But we have already done this. We have already created it. Crypto IPsec transform dash set. We name it VPM. You see why it didn't work? We name it VPM. So let me just configure it properly. Let me just rename it here to VPN. You see how a small error. That's it. VPN. Dash set. Okay. ESP. Triple this. I'm just repeating the command, okay? And ESP SHA. MAC. SHA dash MAC. All right. Now, if we go to if we put our command again, it will work. Okay. I type this command again. Yeah. If the command is saved. It's not there. Okay, so we'll have to type the command again because we have to go to the mapping here. And you have to go one level up. Okay. All right. VPN. Dash map. Sorry, I'm just checking something here. Then we're doing some troubleshooting. Then IPsec ISA KMP. Okay. Crypto map, VPN map. IPsec. Okay, I'll tell you something. Let me just go back. Here. For some reason, it's stuck here. Looks for one letter mistake. I'm getting all this. Yes, now we are okay. Okay. Now it's VPN. And then now we can set the transform set VPN S. Okay. We have created it here, crypto, copy. All right. And then okay. Now let's go to the next step. You need to match the address. We have already done this. So that every address that matches the group, the access list 110. Remember the first step, we created an access list rule. Will be going through this tunnel. Now the last step is I need to integrate on the outgoing interface. What is my outgoing interface on router 1? Which one? S0/0/0. Okay. And this is the command crypto map VPN dash map. Okay. And it is on now. Okay. Now we go and configure this on router 3. So I'll give you like 10 minutes to do that. Please. So you are repeating the same thing on router 3. You can also have your break. I will take the attendance when you come back. At the end, please do router 3 on your practice doing configuring router 3. It's the same commands, only you are changing the IP address for the peer. It will be router 1. Part 4 we will do together when you come back, okay? Let's stop here. lab 9, after you have configured router 3, there is a command to troubleshoot, just to make sure that your configuration is correct. That's mentioned in step number 4. Okay, so please apply the command. Okay, to verify the IPsec VPN, this is the command. Please, you have to know this command. Show crypto IPsec SA. Okay, show crypto IPsec SA. All right. Now, of course, after you have completed all the configuration, then it will show. Does it show on your screen? No. You need to run the command. Wait. Did you finish configuring router 3? Please, I told you finish router 3. It's the same like router 1. Then you go to router 1. Oops. Show, and then you apply this command. Show crypto IPsec SA. Okay. It will show you that on interface serial 0/0/0, there is a crypto map there linked to on your local address 10.1.1.2. So please finish it. I have done router 1. I'd like you to do router 3. By the way, all the commands are listed at the end. You see here? You see router 1? شايفينها؟ Let us do lab number 10. Lab number 10 is easy, and it's coming also in the exam. You can get also easy marks with that one. So let's save this. Yes, walaikum salam. Please open lab 10, everyone. Sorry, lab 9. We are done with lab 8, right? We have done lab 8 for you. Syslog. Ladies, have we done lab 8 here? Syslog. And I have sent you a recording also. Lab 8, syslog. Can you check? Have you created the lab?
I don't see any lab.
Please open lab 8 first. So we do lab 8, ladies. So we do. You were absent one day. I think it was done. I can repeat it, but if it's done, why should we repeat it? And the recording is there. Sorry?
Last class it explained? Last class explained?
La, week before.
Last class you
Yeah. Shabab, I know you were not there. Shabab, we have done lab 8 here. مين متذكر؟ طيب, let's do lab 8. It's very simple. We'll repeat it. I'm sure we have done it, but it's fine. Maybe like 3 weeks ago. But you have covered it with your teacher. Syslog, what does it do in the theory? No problem. I will just give you the theory part. Just what is it about? Syslog is a server that you attach to your network to keep track of all the events on your network. If a router is down, if a switch is down, okay, if a connection is down, that's why we call it syslog, okay? So let me open my syslog router. Just downloading the Word file. This is our network. Oh, okay, can you see it? This is my network on lab 8. I have router 1, and it is connected to syslog. Syslog will provide the logging, keep track of events. NTP is it provides synchronize the timing on my network. Okay, and it is based on a very clear, very accurate clock for your NTP. Usually it's they call it a nuclear or atom clock. And it's very accurate one, not normal. It is very accurate. And every 100 years, maybe there will be a delay few seconds. Okay, because all your routers, your switches, they have to be synchronized exact by milliseconds. All right. So to do this, we will follow the steps that are required for us. We will configure the configure syslog services, and we will enable it. Okay. How do we enable it? You just click on your syslog. Please follow. Click on syslog, and just enable the services here. Okay. Syslog. Turn it on. All right. And then, for some reason, yeah. And just close it. All right, so now my syslog is enabled. It's turned on. Now I want to configure my router to send any logging messages to my syslog server. So I click on router 1, CLI, enter. Enable. Why is this not? Config T. And then I will give the logging command, logging .0.1.254. And what is this address? This is IP address of what? Who can tell me? Your syslog server, correct? If you check there, it is your syslog server. Open lab 8, please. We are repeating lab 8 for some. We are doing it from the scratch to other students. Okay. Now we are done with. Now we need also to configure it on the switch. So I told the router to send logs to the syslog server. Also, I need to instruct the switch to do that. Switch 1, CLI. This is a problem with, if you notice, Packet Tracer 8.1, when you open it, it's not showing. Does it show full screen on your computer? Or you have the same problem like me? You have to resize it.
Maybe mine is
No, I think it's our antivirus here. It is 801. No, you need to install 801 before the exam, please. So, okay, now also on the switch, enable. See, I have to, every time I have to do it too. So now the command again is, first I will go to config T, and then logging 10.0.1, which is the IP address of my syslog server. Okay, Hassan, Majid. Now, also the same thing on router 2. Copy. Let's go to router 2. Switch 2, I'm sorry. Switch 2. You see, when I open it, do you have this problem? You see, when I open, it's not showing full. Even in my laptop. I think it's because of the antivirus they have here or something. Now and then I will put it maximize in order to see it. All right, enable config T, paste. Now we need to generate event. Yani we need to create some event. How are events created? Like what? If something like what happened? Maybe if you do ping, if you reload something, 10 off or 10 on. Okay, so here they ask you to okay, now the 10 off, they ask you to wait. They ask you to go to the interface loop back and shut it down. Now, did you remember this lab or no? I see smiles now. No problem. Yalla, bonus. I think maybe you were absent that time. Maybe. We talked about loop back and anyhow. So here we will go to, we will do a shutdown for my loop back, because if I shut down my loop back, it will not affect my performance, but still I will get some logs. معانا ماجد ولا؟ Okay. So now let us shut down. We'll go to router 1. Interface. I'm not going to shut down a physical interface. I will shut down my loopback because it will not affect the network. Okay, so I will interface loopback 0 and then shut down. Okay. Also, we'll go to switch computer 1 and 2. The only role for PC1 and PC2 here in this lab is just to shut them down, to turn them off and on. Okay, so we'll go to and switch it off and then switch it on because this will generate some traffic. Again, for PC2, switch it off. You see the light? Switch it on. Okay, and then close. Now, if I go to my syslog, open syslog, you see, it's annoying, guys. Every time I have to resize like this, every time. Okay, now if I go to my, click on syslog, can you see the messages? But what can you notice about in this table? Majid, Rashid, what can you notice here? Very good. The time is not set. Put your hands together, really. Thank you, Rashid. MashaAllah alayk. The time is not set. There is no time. Why? We'll ask Rashid again. Because, very good, because we did not configure to use the NTP. Yeah, put your hand. Inshallah, mashhoor. Okay. Because it is, we did not configure it to use the NTP, the clocking. فما في time. So now we will go back and configure our router to use timing. We have one option. We can do manual set the clock on switches. So I can go to switch 1. Okay. And what is the command for exit? What is the command for that? It is called clock set. Clock set. And then H0. We use the same timing, no problem, or you can put any time. It does not matter. 47 dot, but you have to use the exactly same format. That's the problem. July 10, 2013. Okay. So now I have put time on my switch. Now I want to tell the switch, whenever you are doing any logging, please use the time. We call this timestamp. So the command to do that is service on config T, of course. Config T service. Okay. Timestamp log. All right, and date We will use this. We will use this format. Sorry, I have to answer. This is your teacher. Yes, Dr. Nabi. Walaikum salam. This is your teacher. Okay, so this is the command. Date. You have to use the same format in order that it is readable for you. Log, timestamp, log, timestamps, log, date, time, and then we will use millisecond. Of course, you can use any time, but you'd like to do. All right, and we configure this. The same thing. We will do it on switch 2. Okay. Yeah. You can also set it on router, on clock, on switch 2, no problem. We can also set the clock rate, clock set, okay, and then 11.47.00 July 2013. لا برا الconfig. Yes, you are right. Of course. هذا الcommand برا الconfig. And one level down. Okay. Yeah, I should not put space here. July 2013. July 10. We should put a date. 2013. Okay. Now I need to enable the NTP service. We are almost done. We click on our NTP server. Okay. See now, every time, see, I have to enable it here. Services, NTP. Here. Turn it on. Okay. You see now the date and time are displayed. You see it on the left? Okay, now close this. Now I will also inform my router to use the service timestamp log date time and msec. All right, so but after I will tell my router to use the NTP server. So I'll go to router 1. Please use the NTP server. How do we do that? Use the standard time, the accurate time. You put the command NTP and then server, and you put your server IP address, which is, what is our NTP server address? Can you look it up? 64.103.224.2. Okay. Now we will enable. We will configure router 1 to send its timestamp with the logs. How do we do that? Service timestamp, okay, log, date, same like we did with the switch, with a millisecond. Plus. Now, if I trigger any event, it will show the time. Okay, so let's go again to our good. First, let me go to my syslog and clear the events from previous time. Click on syslog. Okay, these are the messages. Okay, here. Clear. Now I will generate new ones. Router, interface. We'll go to the loop back and shut it down. Shut. Okay. Now if I go to the syslog server, click on it. Okay, syslog, it takes time to. Also, yeah, we can also switch off and switch on PC 1, PC 2. We can create many things. Okay. Now we go to our syslog. Yeah. شايفين المسجز? Now it is showing the time. It is showing the time. So we are done with this lab. Any questions? Now remaining for you is one more exercise, lab 10. Your practical, your teacher said next week, Wednesday. Okay. So I suggest on Monday, you do with him lab 10. Okay, lab 10 is very easy. If you have time, we can do lab 10. If you let me check. Who told you, Majid? Again? نبيه؟ أنت مين بدرسك، نبيه ولا نبيل؟ Same teacher? You are all the same teacher, صح؟ لا فيها we have Nabil also. What? شو راشد ايش؟ انت حكي؟ يقول استاذ نبيه. نبيه؟ نبيه. هو الحين كلمني. بس بعت لكم ايميل يعني الحين؟ اوكي. Mock? That's what I'm saying. Ask him on Monday to do revision. It's better. To do revision on the practical. And I have sent you one video for syslog, one video for VPN, and one video for frame relay. صح? Watch them and just follow the steps. Yeah, it is a lot. This is telecom. You know, this subject before used to be 4 credit hours. They reduced it. I know this is, but alhamdulillah, يعني it's not too many labs, يعني only 10 labs. Okay. Okay, any questions? I'll go to my office. I have some students coming there. I'll go to my office, so you can come there. There is a class here now.